Okay, I'm one-taking this whole thing. I'm gonna do it. The Canucks suck. They played on Monday night against the Detroit Red Wings. They were coming off what was probably the best win of the season. I think it was a 4-2 victory over the Minnesota Wild, who had been rolling recently, who were starting their 8-0-2 goalie, Jesper Wallstedt, who had a .944 save percentage. But the Canucks gave him his first regulation loss of the season. Aatu Ratu scored twice, Elias Pettersson scored, Tom Wielander scored. It was such a fun game to watch. And then you fast forward to this one, and it was a mess. The Canucks didn't score. They could score on Jesper Wallstedt, but they couldn't score one on John Gibson out of the 36 shots they got. They had chance after chance. I mean, Jake DeBrusk, come on, man. I'm going to go into the scoring real quick. First of all, Detroit scored. It was Van Riemsdyk. Then, Andrew Kopp scored. Then, Nate Danielson scored. And then with the net empty, Connor Garland lost the puck, and Dylan Larkin scored. So it ended up being 4-0 in that game. Not really a very fun one to watch. I mean, the Canucks, again, played fine. But how many times have we said that? How many times have we said that the Canucks looked good in this game, they just didn't win? At some point, like it gets to a point where it's like, that doesn't matter. Get the win. They got outplayed in that game against Minnesota. It wasn't by a whole lot, but Minnesota was the better team in it. They came out expecting to win in the analytics. It seems every time the Canucks outplay the other team, they just lose. It needs to be like a close contest or something. In this one, I mean, I already mentioned it, but Jake DeBrusk had chance after chance. He couldn't bury it. Brock Besser can't score anything right now. Connor Garland didn't really look that great. We trotted out a line of Garland, Kampf, Besser again. How many times are we going to try that? It's like trying Besser with Pettersson. They keep on doing that, and it keeps on not working. But they keep on trying it anyway. That's the same thing with this line of Garland, Kampf, Besser. It doesn't work. They haven't produced any goals. Not a single goal. And they have been together for many games now. Why? Why do we keep doing this? I do like the line of Kane, Ratu, Sherwood, but that got split up. Of course, that's the one that got split up. And Garland, Kampf, Besser were still getting reps together later in the game. Now, I did actually like the way it was split up, being that Höglander and Ratu were on a line together. I am a big fan of that line, but still, nothing was produced. They didn't get anything. It is now 6 games in a row that Quinn Hughes doesn't have a point. 6 games in a row where Quinn Hughes is pointless. How is this possible? Like, honestly, think about it. I know I'm talking fast. I know I'm doing this all in a row, but I'm just going to give us all a chance to stop and think right now about the fact that Quinn Hughes has gone 6 games in a row without a single point. Okay, now that it's sunk in, I have to talk about the fact that the Canucks opted to start Kevin Lankinen today. And it's clearly not his fault, and they said on the broadcast too, like he's just been hung out to dry a whole lot recently. Now, he hasn't really been making some of the saves that he needs to, but he's been hung out to dry in another way, which is the fact that the Canucks do not score when he is in the net. I mean, that's now, like, what? Besides that Minnesota game, it's like 5 goals in our past 5 games, or 6 goals in our past 6. That's, like, tremendously nothing. Like, impressively nothing. It's crazy. I don't agree with the choice to start Kevin Lankinen over Nikita Tolopilo in this one. I think Tolopilo gives us a better chance to win. He's been better. He hasn't played a whole lot in the NHL this season, but he's been impressive in some of the games that he's played, especially that game against Minnesota where he outdueled Jesper Wallstedt. How do you not let him go back-to-back when Kevin Lankinen has been struggling and the team in front of Kevin Lankinen has been struggling? I don't understand the logic behind that. Now, maybe you want to, like, split up the starts, because Tolopilo obviously isn't a starting goalie, but you have to ride the hot hand. I mean, at a point in the season where the Canucks haven't won multiple games in a row since October 19th, you would think they would ride the hot hand to try to get a second win in a row. But that's just foreign to the Canucks. A second win in a row? That's not even a term that exists in their vernacular. That's not a thing. It's just so crazy because you think that they're finally going to get momentum and they just get shut out. They get blanked by Detroit. It's just absurd. Now, Team Tank is happy today, and this was a very good thing for the Tank, at least. Missing 2 points from this game, didn't get a point. And now you are 31st in the standings. You are 1 point ahead of Nashville, who's played 2 less games. Nashville does play tomorrow, but they are playing Colorado, so I don't know if they're going to pass us tomorrow, but they still have another game in hand after that one, too. We might just head right back down to the bottom of the standings. And at this point, is that really the worst thing? Because if you end up dead last in the league, you guarantee yourself a top 3 pick. That is McKenna, Verhoff, or Stenberg. You get one of those 3, and those 3 guys can be franchise cornerstones. Easily, if we do get one of them, like 5 years down the road, they are our best player for sure. Assuming Quinn Hughes is no longer here, which is what I'm assuming right now. I am very conflicted because part of me wants to tank. Part of me is like, okay, it's better for the team. It's better for the future. We have so many guys who are 28 years old plus who aren't really doing a whole lot right now. It kind of feels like it's time to start the youth movement to do the rebuild. But the other part of me likes to see when my team wins. And I know that further down the road, if they commit to a tank, they will get more wins. But I just can't cheer against my own team. I can't do it. Even like later in the season, when they get eliminated, I have never been able to cheer against them. I will watch them lose and I'll be like, okay, at least that's good for us. But I cannot cheer against them when I'm watching the game. Maybe this year's different if they do have a chance at finishing dead last. Maybe I will cheer against them, but it's just so hard. I just want to see them win, and it's so sad that they aren't. I mentioned that the 28-plus-year-olds are not doing much, and I mean, it's not just Quinn Hughes who's been throwing up donuts everywhere. Jake DeBrusk can't score. Brock Besser can't score. Connor Garland can't score. We're missing Elias Pettersson right now. Kiefer Sherwood is slumping. Evander Kane was like fine last game, but also it's Evander Kane. I mean, it's Evander Kane. The guys on our team who are the veterans who are supposed to be getting sold are not doing anything to make me want them in Vancouver still. They're not proving that they deserve a spot with this team. That's what's sinking us. I mean, we're not scoring goals, and when we do, last game, it was the young guys who scored them and the young guys who set up the other young guys. Evander Kane got an assist, and other than that, nothing. It's just really, really wild. It's really wild what the Canucks are doing right now. It's very depressing, and I do always think, like, if they were healthy, this could have been a whole different year. But ifs don't really matter a whole lot, because what we're dealing with right now is the fact that the Canucks are 11-16-3, and even if they're not all that far away from the playoff picture, and it is still possible, I mean, what does it matter? Who cares? This team is going nowhere, and it's really sad. I think I really don't mind the idea of a tank, but if they're going to lose, I really want them to start making the trades now. And I think they need to trade Sherwood soon before his value drops too much. Like, if you traded him a week or 2 ago, you could easily get a first for him. Right now, I do not know what the price on him is. There's also Quinn Hughes, and I think I'm going to make a separate video to talk about potential Quinn Hughes trades, because, I mean, people will click on that. Let's be real here. People are going to watch that video. So I won't talk about that, but I mean, beyond those guys, there's Connor Garland. I wouldn't really mind seeing him traded. Like, you got to start committing to this. You're 11-16-3. If we're going to lose games, I at least want to commit to losing games. Give younger guys a chance to play in the lineup, call them up, and at least lose in a fun way where there are no expectations on your team whatsoever. You're just going for a lottery pick, and you can just lose freely. That's what I want, I think. I think we're at the point where that's what I want. They can't win multiple games in a row, and it's really frustrating. I just want to be happy for, like, more than 2 days at a time. But that's too much to ask. Anyway, their next game is on Thursday against Buffalo, which Buffalo has 2 wins on the road this year, so I can't wait to see how we lose that one. It's not exactly the most banner matchup of all time, I would say. I can't imagine very many people from other fan bases are going to be tuning into a Buffalo-Vancouver game at 10 o'clock at night Eastern time on a Thursday. So at least we won't be in the spotlight. And who knows, maybe they can at least make it an enjoyable loss next time. Because this was not an enjoyable loss. I want to see goals. If they're going to lose, I want them to lose 5-4, not 4-0. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I cannot believe that I actually successfully one-take this. I'm not editing a thing. I don't know if this is better. I don't know if you guys like the cuts or not. There's no way I can do this every time. There's absolutely no way. Most of the time, I'm cutting so much. But this is exactly what I'm going to upload. Exactly this. That's going to do it for me. No one's going to watch this video anyway, so I don't really care enough to spend an hour editing it. This is it. This is the video. And now I have to awkwardly lean back to do my goal prediction instead of just jump cutting to it. Okay, I said Connor Garland would score. And, I mean, you know, he was in the offensive zone a couple times. He was there. But nobody scored, so I was screwed no matter what. I'm thinking next game, we got to get a DeBrusk goal. Surely. He just had too many chances today. I mean, it was disgusting. It's like Besser. Like, one of DeBrusk or Besser has to score next game. I'm going to probably lose this coin flip, but I'm going to say Jake DeBrusk will score next game. And, I mean, hopefully he does. It's just not fun watching these guys right now. It's fun watching the young guys, though. They are trying. Okay, that's going to do it. Goodbye. I'm now going to awkwardly lean and end the recording.